The third part I want to share with you guys is class/grade. I've already mentioned some of the class I took in my freshman year, and especially at this point when I look back, I just realized the first semester class was like really important. Like I select this class like randomly, but I think if any of you can get a chance to meet a professor before the semester starts and get to talk to like students who took their classes before and just learn more about the class you're going to take in the first semester, just definitely go for it. Like if you can make a really good use of your first semester, then later like everything could go really smoothly, right? You will now feel like someone's pushing you to finish everything because you like very well manage your time in the first semester. Oh, there's like one thing I really want to mention here is it's always not a bad idea to take a class that you're interested in. Like even though you don't think you can get a good grade from that class, or even though you don't think like that professor can write you a really good recommendation letter, like as long as you're interested in, just go for it. You know, every time I feel like when a person is doing something that he or she is really interested in, some really good result will always come out. Another problem or like questions I was also confused when I was a freshman. It was like whether I should take a lot of like 100 and 200 level class just to get a really high GPA, or should I take like 400 level class just to show them that I, as a freshman, are taking some really high level class. Yeah, I don't think there's a correct answer for that one also. So as I said before, if you're interested in those classes, then definitely go for it. But if you're more care about your GPA, you really want them to see like a 4.0 GPA, then I say definitely like go online and check like students' evaluations about this professor, whether it's like a class that you can get a good grade really easily. I mean, there's basically no class that you can get a really good grade easily, but compared with other class, whether that one is easy to get an A or things like that. It totally depends on you, but just remember your GPA couldn't be too low, right? Especially if you don't have like lots of activities, your GPA would be really important. I don't think the admission office really paid that much attention to your GPA, considering you just entered the college, right? But the things like, I remember in my year, most of my friends who are also preparing for transfer applications, no matter they're international or domestic students, all of them have like 3.9, 3.8, and lots of them are like 4.0 GPA. So yeah, I'd say it's quite important, but it's not that important. And there's like one suggestion I may want to give to you guys is like for the first semester, I say definitely try to keep a high GPA, because when you apply for the school, they will ask you to submit the transcript, and the transcript only contain like the first semester GPA. So which means like the second semester, you can try to challenge yourself and take some higher level class. That grade will also later be submitted like to the school that you transferred to. But it's already after you got admitted and you got everything settled down, and they ask you for the second semester like transcript. And if you didn't like do too bad, I mean like for me, I feel like too bad is like below 3.3 or maybe below 3.0, something like that. So if you're above that line, I feel like for second semester, if you're taking like some higher level class, it wouldn't like hurt you much when you first apply for those schools. Yeah, so like I say the first semester GPA was really important, and the second semester, just try, don't do too bad. Yeah. And one last thing I want to mention here is personal statement. So for personal statement, most people think completely the same as the first year applicant personal statement. You just talk about your dream, talk about who you are, talk about what you did in your school year, things like that. But I mean, those are definitely like important factors you need to include in your personal statement. Those are not like the whole part. And I think one important thing, and that's usually like the question that you would see from every single school application form, is why you want to transfer to our school. Some school, they may not directly ask you to write out the reason why you transfer to this school. You need to mention like in your personal statement. So different from a high school student, they have like so many choices. They can like apply for a school, just be saying like, oh, because I like your school, I like your resources, I like your everything. As a college transfer student, like there's a comparison between schools. The school that you're transferring to want to see from your personal statement. They want to see like why your current school cannot satisfy your requirement and how my school, like the school you're applying for, can satisfy this requirement. And you must make this really clear, because that's like the whole point you're transferring. You can't really say because you have a higher rank. I mean, people know that, but like you can't really say that in like your application. You just need to have some other reasons, like saying like, oh, there are some resources that your school have but my current school don't have. There's some professors in your school that I really want to get to know, and your location and things like that. Yeah, just basically something else than higher rank. But definitely be careful when you compare two schools. So as you're discussing like those two schools, discussing their difference, I suggest you don't like spend lots of times and paragraphs to criticize your current school. I mean, just think about this. Like, suppose you are like the admission officer and you read the student's like personal statement and you realize they're like in total like 4 paragraphs, and 2 of the paragraphs are actually used to complain his or her current school, just saying like how bad my current school is and things like that. Then will you want a student like this, like a student who really don't know how to appreciate like his or her current life? Definitely not, right? So I mean, it's totally like a relative thing. Like if you are saying something good about one thing, then that definitely means the other thing is not that good, right? But the thing is like, it's better to just say how good the other is instead of saying how bad the current is. Like, it might be the truth, but like you can now just say that in that way. You want to tell them that you really appreciate what you have right now, but you just want to go to a better place to better use your talents and skills to fulfill like your dreams. So that's like the right logic to do so. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to share with you guys today about my experience. And at the very end, I just want to share with you like one sentence or maybe one point. It's like, definitely appreciate what you currently have and enjoy your life at your current college. In my opinion, I don't think there's like a lower school or higher school. Like, I mean, rank is something, but it's not everything. Every school is unique, and there's definitely something that my old school had that my current school doesn't have. So it totally depends on like personal feelings and personal choice. Definitely love your current school and know how to use the resources you currently have to make yourself a better person. Get to know more people, get to talk with the professors about your future plans, and be patient about like the whole transfer application process. I know it's a really time-consuming process, and there's like so many deadlines you need to pay attention to, so many offices you need to contact. I know it was a hard process. So yeah, always talk with your friends or parents every time when you feel like really tired and really need support from them. I remember like I tried to give up at least 3 times throughout the whole process. So definitely talk to people that you think they can like just help you figure out what's the problem. Maybe just spend like a 1 afternoon with you, just go out, enjoy life. Don't be frustrated. I mean, things are happening and you just try your best to prepare for everything that is coming. And if you have any question or things you want to discuss with me, just comment below and I'll try my best to answer your questions. Good luck with your transfer. See you next time.